And we are live. I have to monitor some of these settings because I had to update some settings to make sure everything is being brought to you in 4K. Welcome, one and all, and no one. I don't think anybody is watching. So if you do end up watching this, thank you. If you're not looking at the news at all so far on the 17th of January. Manchester Derby. United beat City and in some emotional scenes at Old Trafford. And I was just watching Pep's post-game press conference, and I mean, he said better team won. And if you watch the game, that's probably definitely true. The better team definitely did win. City had a hard time breaking them down, but United are one of those teams. They've turned into a mid-table club like that. They play top clubs really well, but they have a hard time on those games that they should win. In fact, that's a different when United, or even when City, when Liverpool, when any of these squads have those squads that are perennially Champions League, of course, in those top games, you're expected to show up. But what makes champions is you show up in those games that against those, routine teams. The Premier League is the hardest league in the world. So if you can show up against those teams week in, week out, that was a difference in why Liverpool won the championship, the Premier League last season. And there are various points throughout the season you would sit there and look at it and go, they have the look of champions. They have the look of champions. And that's what that means. Champions find a way to get things done. And what that usually means is beating those teams that you're supposed to beat consistently, right? If you can do that, which looks like Arsenal are on track to this year, that's why they're going to win the Premier League. Liverpool did that last year and did that early. And this phase of the season last year, they were winning. All right, here comes kickoff. Liverpool with Kirkaz and Frimpong as the two fullbacks. Probably the biggest change. Nothing else looks too out of the ordinary. The most interesting thing is going to be too early in the morning for me. I need another sip of tea. The most interesting thing to me is going to be to see, especially Frimpong and kind of his role, how he works with Kirkaz, how he works with Szoboszlai, because I will say, I like Frimpong overall as a player. I don't think he's a right back. I don't think he wants to play right back. I think he can, but it's like me in Sunday League when they tell me to go in and right back. It's like, yeah, I can play there if you want me to. I'm okay, but see, and like right now, he's on the third. And so, I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense because Liverpool, Man City, like Enzo Maresca, Pep, Arne Slot, all run the same system where they in attack, they're actually at 3-2-5 with the number 6 midfielder, who's Gravenberch in this case, splits between the center backs. And then the two the two wing backs get into more advanced positions. So what that means is in attack, you've got Wirtz and Ekitike, right? And then you've got Gakpo up on the left side. And then those are your three attackers. And then Frimpong and Kirkaz come in on the wings making overlapping runs, right? And where our issue has been all season has been getting back on defense, losing the ball and getting caught out on the counter and that, getting caught out and giving up goals. The defense gets a lot of slack for some of the mistakes, both Van Dijk and Konate. But a lot of it, too, is they're being isolated. They're one-on-one. Here's Kirkaz dancing past the guy. Zobozlai back to Kirkaz, and he comes in, puts it back. Oh, my God, that was cleared off the line. That was a good cross. I think Kirkaz, you should have... That's one of the Kirkaz. Okay, so Kirkaz skips past the defender, plays a 1-2 with Zobozlai, gets the ball back. He's in an open position, and he plays it to Ekatike, who was in an advanced position, who might have been offside. I don't know. That was close, but it was cleared out by the Burnley defender. That was that was a sure goal. Good defending, good start. Kirkaz with some intent as I'm talking about them. That was actually probably a pretty good definition of what they're trying to do. Here comes the cross, kind of the back post. Put back in, comes back out, being headed around at the top of the box now. Falls to Zobozlai, plays it to Gakpo out left. Gakpo again to Kirkaz, wins another corner. All right. No, they're going to give it a goal kick. They're going to say it came back off Kirkaz. But that's still, you got to like the activity level that we're seeing so far. It's 4 minutes in, but let's see. Oh, I meant to put a poll on here that says, where are you watching from? Start a queue and poll. Where are you tuning in? Where in the world are you watching from? We're gonna enter this as a QA. Let's see if anybody engages with that. Here comes Konate to Frimpong, who wins a throw-in. Here comes the throw. Should go check the stream to make sure everything is looking good. Here comes a shot by Burnley. Not really close. That was Anthony. Alisson playing it. Liverpool playing it out of the back. Zobozlai in midfield bringing it up. Got Frimpong out wide at midfield. Takes it past the midfield line. Am I live? I don't think I am. View channel. Live. Is this working? Is this thing on? Is this thing working? Fuck. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go in as somebody else and see. Okay. Why can I not click on this? Do I have to restart this? This is the fun part about trying to figure all of this out. Okay, it is live. Great. It is live. If anybody wants to leave a chat message to help me know. All right. Burnley have the ball at midfield. We're about seven minutes in. Still at about midfield. Liverpool with a quick start. It's kind of been a little more even since then. Frimpong with the throw in the right side at the midfield line. To Van Dijk, who lugs it up to Gakpo on the left side. In the middle of Szoboszlai, back to Van Dijk, out to Kerkez on the left side. Szoboszlai to Kerkez, back to Van Dijk, back to Kerkez. Burnley applying some pressure. Kerkez with a kind of a easy. Oh, Van Dijk goes nice pass to Szoboszlai over the defender, but was not able to corral it down. Gets a throw. Kind of an advanced position, and then throws it backwards. So now ball moves to the right side. Jones, Kanate to Wirtz, who's dropped back a little bit. Ekitike back to Wirtz. Wirtz in the middle to Szoboszlai. Comes to Szoboszlai. Gravenberch all the way out to Gakpo on the left side of the box. Back to go. Szoboszlai in the center. Gravenberch driving. Loses the ball. And here come Burnley. Across the midfield line. Oh, good tackle by Kerkez. Kerkez has a fire lit under his butt today in the first 10 minutes of this game. Here's Gakpo with a shot. Gets deflected. Takes a doink off of a second defender. Excuse me. And it was frustrating during the FA Cup game. I got people to start watching, and one, I realized going back and watching it, I had the microphone on mute through the entire first half. So which I needed to have it on mute towards the second half of the first half because I was on a call with somebody who just wasted my time anyway. So, but I really wanted those first half goal reactions. And so apologies. If you go back and watch that stream, there's no sound for like half of it. Like I didn't even realize until the second half that I was on mute. Here comes Wirtz with a shot, gets blocked. Falls to Kanate, just on the plus side of the midfield. To Kerkez, to Wirtz, into Gakpo. Gakpo in the box, tries to cut it, and kind of tame effort at the end. Defender stepped in front of him towards the end there to knock it out. Here come Burnley, about to cross midfield. Yeah, and who was that? Curtis Jones wins the balls back. My graphics thing has a hard time figuring out what Burnley's formation is going, and I'm more interested in watching the game than doing technical debugging right now. So maybe in that, I think Arsenal plays later. Maybe I'll stay on and try to figure out what's going on with this formation and why these players are listed in a certain way in these graphics. Couple of my earlier streams, I'm watching football and putting these graphics together. And these are all... Oh, here comes a cross from Frimpong. Szoboszlai with the header across goal. That was close. That was a good move. Liverpool are coming... they're attacking. They're attacking a little bit more, but you know, I don't know if that means we're going to have like 8 billion possession stats. This thing isn't refreshing except for the time. Oh, that's the other thing, is there's no match events or statistics should actually be refreshing. That's weird. Oh, I know why. I know why. No, we're just not getting any statistics yet. Okay. Noted, don't get statistics yet in the first 10 minutes. Let's see how long before statistics start coming in. Might be like 10 minutes in. Here's words to Ekatike in the box, loses his touch. All of these statistics and graphics are using the ESPN site API, which is like ESPN's unofficial API. It's essentially their public API that fuels their website. Here comes Liverpool again on the left side, Gakpo. Here comes Zobozlai to Wirtz, out to Kirkaz, back to Zobozlai. Wirtz, Kirkaz, Zobozlai. Zobozlai with the long shot gets blocked. Here's Kirkaz. Gakpo, Zobozlai, back to Gakpo. Gakpo, think tried to make a pass. Burnley win the foul. I think he was trying to make a pass. Does anything happen in these other games? I got to make sure these scoreboards are working. I still do have to do a little bit of technical debugging to make sure. Yeah, they should be working. Just not updating properly for the yellow card, huh? West Ham player got a yellow card in the first minute. Wonder what happened there. This league scoreboard is supposed to show all of that, but for some reason, I think I might have actually. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, it does show the yellow card. Okay, it's just too small for me to see. Cool. Here's a Liverpool goal kick. Oh, the stats were coming, but then they get... Guess what I get to do? I get to figure out more technical stuff. Good thing I have AI. I'm going to use my AI tool during this Burnley throw-in to make sure that we... Oh, they did come in. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to see. Look at how much possession Liverpool have already. A lot of shots. Oh, here's a shot by Burnley. 28-16. Ooh, that was actually not that far off. Okay, so that should make the second shot go up. Let's see how long it takes to update that stat on the scoreboard. Yeah, I basically build all these scoreboard graphics myself instead of using Streamlabs or any sort of managed provider because I am Indian. I do not like spending money when I can do it all myself. I will make the tech, that is what I do. That is what my people do. If you need IT support, please call ABXP platform or try. No, sorry, don't call those guys for IT support. even though you're calling me. Okay, so that didn't really update the. Whoops. Went to the wrong game. Huh. Trying to see if refreshing the thing would update the shots. But the point that I was getting to with all of that is that I'm still kind of monitoring how long it takes the scoreboards and stats and all of that stuff to display. It's a secondary thing. Here come Burnley over the top. It's a secondary thing because the main point of this stream is to not only create content and hopefully find people to interact with and share the love of football, but also capture goal reactions, right? So the stats are nice, not absolutely necessary, but nice. And a lot. Oh, here comes Gakpo in the box. Liverpool are doing that thing where they're all around the box, passing it around all around the box, and waiting for that final finish. Here come Burnley. Curtis Jones runs it down. Curtis Jones taking Trent Alexander-Arnold's spot. Here's some nifty passing by Liverpool in their own half, trying to play it out of the back. Here comes Jones on the left side. Out to Frimpong, who's got acres of space on the right side. Plays a 1-2 with Words. Cuts it back into the Burnley box. It only comes back out to Words. Jones, oh, man. Goal kick given. Or is that a corner given? I couldn't tell where the referee was pointing there, but yeah, the whole point of this thing is to get goal reactions more so than anything else, and interact with people. Nobody really has interacted with me a lot in my YouTube journey on this channel, which makes me sad. Please leave a comment, a like, a subscribe. Anything that's encouraging if you enjoy watching my ugly mug and reminding yourself that at least you're not as ugly as me. Here's Wirtz. Plays a ball out to Ekitike. What a ball that was. Here's Ekitike. Cuts it back inside. Long shot. Saved by the keeper. Dubravka. It looks like is the keeper. That was a good passage of play. My stats aren't updating, but that was a good passage of play. Here comes Liverpool again around the Burnley box. Play on, says the ref, for Ekitike, holding the ball up. Here is Wirtz on the right, into Jones in the box, who gets dispossessed, and Burnley now have a chance to relieve some of the pressure, though they're playing it back and getting pressed. And Dubravka tries to play it over the top, and Liverpool win the ball, being stronger. Liverpool are dominating possession right now, which it's good if you here's Gakpo. Oh, back to Zobo's eye. It's good if you mix that with a lot of goals. It's annoying. Here's Frimpong to Gakpo, header over the top. It's good when you mix possession with a lot of goals. It's annoying when you have a ton of possession and you still Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay, so I'm having a streaming lag. A little bit. So that means the stream status is poor. I think my network isn't strong enough to stream true 4K, unfortunately, which is AT&T's fault because I have the best supposed plan you can have from AT&T. So F those guys. Guess it doesn't matter if nobody's watching. Supposedly I have one view. Here come Liverpool. Words on the left side. Cross in. It's cleared out. Only to Van Dijk. Plays it up to Gravenberch. All right. Stream quality is back to excellent. Stats have not updated. But no, they do. They have. Great. Okay. Okay. All right. Here comes Zobazai at midfield. See, this is where I need interaction, because if you guys leave me alone, then I'm just going to sit here and talk about technology like a nerd, like the fucking nerd that I am. I'm a nerd. Here's Gakpo to Zobazai. Kirkaz crosses it in. Knocked down, knocked by words. Gakpo, Zobazai, Kirkaz. Back to Gakpo. Back to Zobazai. Back to Gakpo. Tries to backheel it to Wirtz. Off the defender 2 or 3 times. To Gravenberch, who turns and takes a shot that got deflected. Another shot on goal. Yeah, that was on target. Gets deflected. I mean, that's not going to count as a shot on goal because it got blocked, but that was definitely going to go on target. I don't think it would have beat the keeper, but you never know. All you can do is put it on target. So he did that, got a corner. Here comes Gakpo to take the corner. And the cross in. Oh. Headed out. Frimpong to Gravenberch to Zobazai. Crosses it in. Oh, wow. That was a great cross by Zobazai. That was a teasing ball that nobody was able to attack it from a Liverpool standpoint. And it had Dubravka scrambling at the end, because after nobody was able to get onto it, it almost creeped in to the post, into the good side of the post. So I wonder. I gotta stop thinking technically. Somebody chat with me so I can talk football, not worry about my graphics. All right, Liverpool with a free kick for an offside on in their own half. Here comes Gravenberch bringing the ball up. The midfield circle, pings a ball to Gakpo, which will go in behind for goal kick on the other end. So yeah, welcome one view. I don't know if that means one viewer. No, it doesn't. It just means one person viewed. And I'm pretty sure that was me checking it out to make sure that it runs. So welcome nobody. West Ham have scored. When did this happen? And who scored for them? Oh, Spurs. Oh, Spurs. Oh, Spurs. What is going on in this game? Oh, they scored a long time ago in the 7th minute. I just wasn't paying attention. Why do I have to keep doing that? Here come Liverpool. Ekitike to Wirtz. Oh, good pass to Curtis. Gets defended. Van Dijk, Kirkez floats it in to Frimpong on the back. Gets blocked again. Frimpong's a very animated player in general, which is good and bad. It's bad because I think we've already seen him get a yellow card being animated when he thought he should have a foul called for him that he didn't get, which it's like, it's the Premier League. You got to get up at a certain point because they will play on. Here's Zobazai all the way out to Frimpong, who's pretty much playing right wing at this point. Back to Wirtz, tries to play it back to Frimpong. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting when Salah comes back from AFCON because, and I felt this way watching them two play together at the beginning of the season, is Frimpong and Salah's style are not complementary. In fact, they're playing the same style. So when Salah comes back from AFCON, I mean, obviously Frimpong's got to play. They signed him supposedly as cover for Trent leaving as the right back. And he just doesn't seem to want to play right back, just like Kirkez kind of does the same thing. Which is, you know, great in theory. Here's Ekitike. Frimpong, all sorts of space on the right side, bringing it up. Looks to make a cross. Cross is deep. Going to go all the way to the left side for Kirkez. Fullback to fullback. Here's Jones. Gakpo with the turn. And he's going to get a penalty. He's going to get a penalty. He made the turn, and the Burnley defender had nowhere to go with him. Burnley defender dangled a leg out there. I mean, by the classic sense, it's completely a penalty. It's not a yellow card. It's just, you got to know where you are if you're the Burnley player. And because when Gakpo makes a turn, he's kind of going backward. And so I think the defender there, instead of going into the tackle for Burnley, should just step off of that and let him go backward. Yeah, penalty confirmed. It's gonna be Zobazai taking it. Well, the way it's gone this year, you'd rather be up 1-0, regardless of how it comes, especially with all this possession. Here comes the PK. Watch, I bet it's going to go low to the left. No, he hits it off the fucking crossbar. Oh my God. You hit it off the crossbar. Oh my God. Mother cur. Oh my God. That's not like Zobazlai. I mean, right off his foot. I'm surprised it even hit the crossbar, to tell you the truth, because off his foot, it looked like it was going to be blazed over. Here comes Liverpool again. Oh, great. There's Gakpo on the left side. Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Can't believe you missed that fucking penalty. Can't believe you missed that penalty. Here's Frimpong. That's only going to give Burnley hope and momentum. Here's Gakpo with the shot. Good save by Dubravka. That was a good shot. Frimpong blazes it over. I'm still so pissed over this missed penalty. That was a really good shot by Gakpo. Gakpo's actually having a pretty good game. Chelsea looks like have scored. Let's do a little bit of a roundup. Sunderland Palace are 1-1. For Chelsea, it was João Pedro. Fulham has had 3 yellow cards already against Leeds. So here comes Burnley on the right side. Good ball through, but gets sniffed out. Now Gravenberg skipping it up to the midfield, plays it to Wirtz, Zobazlai, who takes a bad touch. Zobazlai that's psychologically not going to be good for him, and I think he's going to try to find his feet. He's going to have to find his feet now. Here's a cross by 23 that gets deflected off of Konate and into the safe hands of Allison. He plays it out to Curtis, who brings it up the left side. Plays it back to Van Dijk. Oh my God, I'm still so pissed about that penalty. That's what I get for assuming that it was going to go in with Zobazlai. I mean, seriously. Effing seriously. Wirtz with the shot. Another good save. Oh my God. Another good save by Dubravka. Wirtz with a great shot from the left side, low and to the keeper's left, which is down to the right. Pushed out by Dubravka again. Frimpong on a corner, short corner, comes in. Taken by Zobazlai, playing it with Wirtz. Back to Zobazlai. He's trying to turn, but getting harassed. Finally plays it back to Frimpong in the middle. To Curtis on the left. Back to Frimpong. Plays it all the way back to Allison. Now Liverpool gets set up in shape with Frimpong. Moving out towards the right wing. Zobazlai gets fouled. Szoboszlai gets fouled. Let me answer my own poll question. Here it comes again. Gakpo with a cross in, makes it to the back post, and out for a goal kick. How does this chat thing work? Let's see what happens. Okay, comes up pretty quickly. So, cool. Here comes Van Dijk. Here comes Van Dijk. Out to Frimpong on the left side. Crosses it in back to Gakpo. Oh, man. This is annoying. Both the game and my here comes the ball. I have a feeling it's gonna finish 0-0 at halftime. Kirkaz gets a yellow card. Even though I have... Oh, man. I should put a windsurf window in here so you guys can see how I'm prompting this thing, because I'm going to tell it, even though I have my... Oh, no, the yellow card did come in. Okay. So that event happens. The live stats, I'll still have to see if they're being updated. The other thing is on the scoreboard, I keep on having to refresh them. Even though... How can we make sure that these get updated automatically? Okay, let's see. Here come Burnley, top of the box. Cross in, cleared out by Kanate for a throw, for a Burnley throw. I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to take a picture of this. Here come Burnley. Oh, safe hands of Allison. Quick counter to Szoboszlai, who loses the ball. Szoboszlai trying to direct traffic in front of him. You can see the frustration start to come out on Szoboszlai. Liverpool bring the ball back up. I almost Oh, that's a goal by Wirtz. What a goal by Wirtz. What a goal by Wirtz. That was a thumping finish. That was a thumping finish. Needed that. I was looking down trying to fix the stupid events on the scoreboard. But the ball comes over the top to Ekitike, who then beats off two defenders, comes in, crosses it. Oh, man, wow. Okay, that sequence of events, over the top ball to Ekitike, fights off two defenders, drives, takes a shot right at the keeper. Keeper has nothing that he can do except for palm it out right back to Curtis in front of the goal, who then lays it back up to Wirtz, and Wirtz just thumps it. I mean, absolutely just thumps it into the top left corner. I don't know what Dubravka was doing on the second one. He had his arms up, and then, I don't know, maybe it took a deflection, and he thought that it wasn't going to. I don't know what happened. Just caught it barely. Trying to update these stupid scoreboard things. All right, here come Burnley. Here come Burnley. Here come Burnley. Number 10 for Burnley. All right, we're a minute away from halftime. Minute away from my halftime. All right. Well, my my AI bot is supposedly fixing the scoreboard events and adding cash busting, which is a really complex, fancy, but basic thing. Here come Liverpool again. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're about 30 seconds into the first minute. Let's see if they'll try to do anything before half. Here comes Wirtz picking up the ball just plus side of midfield. Tries to play it, loses the ball. Man, this chatbot's taking a long time to. Here come Burnley with a free kick. They're going to shove a bunch of people up into the box, try to pull one in. Headed out by Van Dijk. Got about 30 seconds left in stoppage in the given two. Liverpool win the ball back. Now going to try to counter. Here comes Wirtz. They have numbers. They have numbers if they can. Here's Zobozlai. 4-on-3, 5-on-3. Oh, there's a cross in the middle. Got defended. Cross coming in for Ekitike from Gakpo. That was a good break. They win the ball and then just overload. Jones to Wirtz to Zobozlai. Back to Gakpo, who then crosses it in for Ekitike, and then the ball gets defended. Think they'll give him a chance to take one corner here. Give him a chance to take one corner. Here it comes. Defended by Burnley. Second shot, Gakpo. Headed again, and the ref will blow for the half. Blow for the halftime. All right. Now we are at half. In 1 second, we're going to check around the league and see what's going on. I just need to do one thing with my league scoreboard. Properties. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here at the half. I do need a cup of tea. So, West Ham 1-0 against Tottenham. It looks like. Nottingham Forest Arsenal is later, so that's not starting till later. Manchester United won earlier. Goals from Bomo and Dorgu. Chelsea are up 1-0 at Brentford. Goal from 26th minute. Goal from João Pedro there. Leeds Fulham 0-0, but Fulham have 3 yellow cards, so don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for Fulham. Liverpool with the Florian Wirtz goal. Up 1-0, we saw that. Sunderland 1-1. Palace got a lot going on this week, but with losing Mark Gahey, but looks like they're 1-1. All right, I am going to go get a cup of tea since there's nobody watching right now. All right, I'm back, and I don't think anybody is, or if somebody can, no, nobody came. Nobody came. Watching the highlights, Tottenham gonna lose to West Ham. So let's talk a little bit about that first half for Liverpool. Let me pull up the overall stats. Whoops. So yeah, taking a look at the stats, I mean, Liverpool have kind of dominated, right? Possession 74% to 25 to 24 to 26%, 74.5 to. I actually want to see that possession as a little bit. As a bar, like a bar indicator, a bar status indicator. That's how I want to see this possession thing displayed, which it was doing that before, but I don't know why it's not anymore. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Liverpool have dominated this game. Let's hope that second or that missed penalty doesn't come back to bite them. To bite them in the booty. I'm gonna work on making this. Let's see if I can make this real quick at halftime work. I want to make just a real quick thing, nothing too fancy. I want to make the possession bar an actual bar rather than just a percentage. So I'm gonna go into too bad nobody's watching. I could ask if you're actually interested in seeing the code behind it. Some people are, some people aren't. Most people aren't, but there's got to be some other nerds out there like me wondering, oh, that looks pretty cool. How did he do that? How did he do that? Okay. I wish my cat would come and hang out on the stream, but she does not want to. Rosie, come here. Rosie, come say hi. Come say halftime hi to the nobody's watching anywhere. I just want to put you on camera. Come, let me exploit you for gain. Cat. Cat. All right. Let me do this real quick before Second halves get started. God, I hope Forest beats Arsenal, but it's probably not going to happen. Arsenal don't have the look of champions, but they're going to be champions. Like, if they would have beat Liverpool, I said this last time on the stream. If they beat Liverpool, if Arsenal had beaten Liverpool in their last game, you'd look at it and go, oh, yeah, they look like champions. But they didn't. They laid an egg. So they don't look like champions. They just look like the team that's ahead right now. Possession stat with a bar that shows percentages for each side so that it's easier to visually see who's got more percentages. Again, if anybody's wondering, what I'm using is Windsurf and OBS. Here, I'll show you guys. Not OBS. I'm using Windsurf and Node.js and the ESPN APIs. If anybody's interested, this will be fun to do just while we're at halftime. I'll show you guys what Windsurf kind of looks like. So this is how I'm doing it here, right? And if you see my in the code window, what it does is I prompt it, and I've been working on this, and you note how it's writing the code. It's telling me what it's modifying. So I'll modify stats rendering to add a visual possession bar. Let me update the code, blah, blah, blah. It updates the code. What it does is it makes the changes, and you have to review it and see if you want it, right? Can be a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing. I will say that. If you don't have a background in web development or you don't have a background in coding and you're just going to try to vibe code your way the entire way through this thing, I'm not saying that it couldn't work, but you're probably going to have a little bit of a harder time. But if you know what you're doing, so cool, okay. Refresh OBS browser source to load possession. So let's see what happens when I refresh this browser source. And I'm going to have to reselect the game that we're looking at. That did not. There we go. Cool. You see that beautiful possession bar? You see how it did that? That's cool, right? That's cool. That is cool. I like that. Makes it a lot easier to talk about how Liverpool dominated. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the windsurf thing. All right, we're back for the second half kickoff. See, maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned some technology things during halftime. So, Liverpool, they kicked the ball off. Going left to right. Van Dijk heaves it up for Ekitike. Sobozai back to Gravenberg. Van Dijk bringing it up. Left side. Kirkes back to Van Dijk. All the way to Kanate. Frimpong. back to Gravenberg, back to Van Dijk. So when you think about, like, I'm just kind of looking at the shape of Liverpool, right? And here comes Ekitike on the ball. Yeah, and when they're attacking, it's pretty easy to see that 3-2-5 kind of shape where the 5 back, the 3 and the 2, it's it's Gravenberg dropping back and splitting the center backs, and then the 2 in the midfield, Jones and Zobazai, are just kind of the engine room in the midfield, and then you've got Kirkez and Frimpong who've got to, and really the thing with that is those 2 backs, those 2 fullbacks then really need to get back, and when they don't, you need to have strong defensive cover. And that was something that Liverpool last year, you know, when Trent got in an advanced position. Oh, he's offside for Burnley. Yeah. When Trent got in an advanced position, the defenders would do a really good job of stepping up in cover in one-on-one situations last year. Both Konate and Van Dijk looked really good, looked really calm. But there was a lot of trust, and I mean, Liverpool give the ball away in their own half. Here come Burnley. There was a lot of trust between those players to know exactly where to go, what movements to make. Here come Burnley. Here's a shot from Burnley at the top of the, right at the penalty spot for, who was that? I would look at my Burnley lineup chart, but my thing is having such a hard time figuring out exactly how they're lined up in their 3-4-2-1 or whatever they're playing. I know the issue too. The issue is Liverpool bringing the ball up past midfield with Gravenberg, but the issue is that I had to inherently like put in a different engine for it to translate the position. Here come Liverpool, Ekitike with possession back to Gakpo. No, to Gravenberg. Now to Gakpo. Oh, Wirtz. Gravenberg with a shot gets deflected from Pong. Puts one over. Yeah, I had to translate the scoreboards to read position properly because otherwise it was putting like center backs on the outside backs. It had a hard time understanding the midfield positions, all that stuff. Up top was pretty easy generally because there's the least amount of players playing up top usually. Here come Burnley. Cut out by Frimpong, plays it to Zobazai, who nifty footwork with words, gets the ball back, gets pulled back. Surprised that's not your yellow card for Burnley for a cynical foul. Here comes Kirkez to Gakpo. Working back to Kirkez. To Gakpo again. Gakpo drives, tries to cross, gets a corner. I wonder if anybody wants to watch. I don't think so. All right, Liverpool line up for the corner. Gakpo to take it. There's a big lofted corner. It was not the best corner. Not the best corner. You want corners to be flat, a little flatter than that. And you want the pace to be on the corner so that the onrushing player just has to meet it with his head. And Gakpo's was a high, lofted ball to the back post. Not a lot of pace. Just kind of drifted back there and went out for a throw, for a goal kick. Burnley bringing it up. My actual watching stream is buffering, but here they come. Midfield, cross midfield. And then Kirkaz wins the ball from the seat of his pants. Now here come Jones and Liverpool. Back to Kirkaz. Plays it to Gravenberg. Plays it up to Curtis. Curtis tries a slide pass through for Ekitika. It doesn't work, but gets a throw. Why is my USA Network stream buffering? Here comes the throw to Kanate. Back to stream buffer. Great. All right, and we're back. Here come all the way back to Dubravka, who kicks it up. Van Dijk kicks it back to where it came from. Throw-in comes in for Liverpool. Gravenberg bringing it up the middle of the pitch to Curtis. Plays it to Soboslai. Plays it in to Wirtz, who's trying to get through. And my stream buffered. I didn't score the goal. Okay. Goddamn internet. It's actually not the internet's fault. Here's Kirkaz with a cross straight at the keeper. It's actually the bootleg service that I'm using to try to stream. Wirtz does get a shot off, and Dubravka hit it with his leg, kind of his leg, trailing leg. Here come Burnley. Liverpool back defending. Burnley at the top of the box in the Liverpool half. Here comes the cross in, met by Van Dijk, Frimpong, and someone battling. And Frimpong wins the free kick. That's what I wanted to see was how much the stats were updating, which it doesn't. It's hard to tell if the numbers are actually changing or what the hell? It stopped doing it. It stopped fucking displaying it. Here come Liverpool again, up on the left side. Last time I was working on this, we scored a goal. So here's Gakpo, Wirtz. Yeah, maybe that's Liverpool's good luck, is me just working through the games. Here come Wirtz to Gakpo, cleared off the line. Ooh. Cleared off the line. Yeah, my possession bar went away. And here come Burnley on the break. Well, I'm going to go back to trying to fix this possession bar. Maybe we'll score a goal. The possession bar seems to, after the need to always display possession. I should move this keyboard closer to me so that I don't have to leave the frame to type shit in. You know what I mean? That would make more sense. That would make way more sense. That's what we're figuring out. What makes sense. Especially since you need to always display possession in the bar stat display. Here comes Liverpool again, and fucking, I don't know what's gonna happen. Here's Sobozlai. Words. I wish I would have known this stream is gonna keep buffering in the second half. I would have picked I would have watched Sky Sports instead of USA Network. I think that's a corner for Liverpool. I'm silent because my stream is having a hard time internet buffering issues. Internet buffering issues. Here's the cross from Liverpool. Almost tried to go for a Rabona there. That was interesting. Hold on, I'm getting the scoreboard back. Give me 1 second. All right. Now let's make sure that the possession bar stays. All right, here comes Gakpo. Touches in the opponent box. Liverpool 47, Burnley 9. Though we want another goal. We definitely want another goal. Oh, here's a hopeful ball for Ekitike from Konate. Didn't materialize. Burnley back on the ball. Jones running down a defender. Doesn't win the ball, but forces a long pass, long errant pass to give Liverpool the ball back. Where did my fuming device go? Liverpool with the ball at midfield. While I look for my vape. Where is my vape? Where could it be? My vape was here, but now I can't see. Here come Liverpool again. Midfield. Just dominating the possession. I mean, 72%, 73% possession. Nothing's really looks like it's happened across the league in the other games either. So, not missing much, but obviously that can change. Is that Walker Peters? No way. Yeah, it's not. What the fuck am I? It is Kyle Walker Peters. Okay. Didn't know. Forgot he was playing for Burnley now. Forgot that. Yeah, I think he went to Italy and then came back. Here come Burnley. 23, skipping past a couple defenders. 8, 11, 16. That's going to go nowhere. I'm going to try to find. Yeah, I have this real problem where I can never find anything when I'm looking for it. I know it's here. And I try so hard to be organized, even though I'm not with my stuff. Oh, shit. Here come Burnley. They're in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, Kanate almost. I don't even know how to describe what just happened there. Here come Burnley again. They're going to win a corner. I wonder if that counts as a shot on goal for Burnley. You know? God, that was dangerous. So the ball gets crossed in, and Kanate gets a touch trying to clear it, and kind of mucks the clearance and puts it low on target. Good thing was Allison was alert, and it was close enough, and he was quick enough to get down. Here's the cross punched out by Allison to save it, but God, that would have been an embarrassing way to go level. Here comes a cross in by Burnley. It's gonna go out for a goal kick. Dude, what the hell, man? It was here. I had it here. Where did I put it? Where the fuck did I put it? Here come Burnley. Burnley actually putting some passes together. And they scored. And they fucking scored. And they fucking scored. Who was that? Marcus Edwards. Good God. That's a good goal. That's a really good goal by Marcus Edwards. Fiorentino plays a through ball to him. First time, left foot, puts it low and past Allison. Good finish. Good finish. Oh, that's a really good finish. Great. There was no shot of that getting called back or anything. Why does it sound like my reverb is still kind of on? All right, Liverpool get it started again. 1-1. Cool. Here comes Wirtz to Frimpong. Oh, God damn it all. Surprised Wirtz didn't get called for a high boot there. The way that it stands right now, I think United would be above Liverpool on goal difference. The way that it stands. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. If Liverpool lose, then yeah. But a draw or a win, I need a win. Need to stay ahead of United. Don't need Alice football talking more Liverpool trash. Here comes Gravenberg. Van Dijk. We got 23 minutes for a response. Here's Gakpo. Back to Kirkez. Crosses it in. Headed out. Wirtz is running to collect it. Here comes Gakpo to Curtis. Wirtz trying to play a little too much. Win the ball back. Gravenberg. Ekatike to Wirtz. Curtis. Gakpo. Shot again off the line. Good God. Oh, Tottenham have scored. Szoboszlai attempting a long one, took a deflection and caught by the keeper. You know, when they're passing all around the box like that and they're up, you like it. When they're tied or they're down, it's really annoying. It's really, really, really annoying. 21 shots, 7 on target thus far. Probably even more because the stats take an update, a minute to update. For Burnley, that was their first shot on target. It goes in. Same frustration. Same GD frustration. God, I wish I would have started this channel last year. There's so many happier moments than... All right, we got 20 minutes. Come on. Let's pull it up. I mean, who do you bring on? I would say Rio, but you'd bring him on for Gakpo, and Gakpo's actually been one of the better players. Ekatike's been kind of... I mean, he did assist that goal for Wirtz, so No, he didn't. Curtis assisted that goal for Words. Here comes Van Dijk. Midfield, plays it out to Kirkaz. Zobozlai. Van Dijk. Gravenberg. Plays it behind Zobozlai. Loses the ball on. Here come Burnley again on the attack. Burnley again. There's another shot by 11. Goes wide. I feel like Burnley look less panicked. Burnley will make some changes, though. We'll make some substitutions. Okay, so that thing updates, but the control that I'm watching doesn't update. Got it. Yeah, Liverpool's 9 shots on target to Burnley's 1. Missed penalty. Thinking about that now. Sunderland have scored. Enzo Lafie again. For Tottenham, looks like it was Christian Romero. Looks like it was Christian Romero. That blimey cunt. Christian Romero is this year's the piece of shit. Sergio Ramos' biggest piece of shit defender award for the year goes to Sergio Romero for breaking Isak's leg. Burnley are gonna make two switches. 5 for 18. 27 for 9. $27 is the striker. And Estuve. Now let's see how the substitutions come in, because they're supposed to show. Here come Liverpool. Kirkaz. Zobozlai. Kanate. To Van Dijk. Zobozlai. Chips it over the top. Zobozlai. Gravenberg. Wirtz. Okay, so we did see the substitutions. And we actually see them applied. That's cool. Do we see them applied? Yeah, we see one of them applied. I don't know if I see the second one applied. We'll have to go back later after the game and check it out because I don't want to do this right now. I just want 2 more goals from Liverpool. That's all I want. 2 more goals from Liverpool. Could have had one if Zobozlai didn't miss that penalty. Shouldn't be too mad. He never misses penalties either. Here comes a... Okay. Zobozlai had a header at goal. Did that take a deflection? Yeah, it did. It takes a deflection off of the defender for a corner. Corner, short corner, taken by Zobozlai and Wirtz. Zobozlai to Gakpo. Back to Zobozlai, who whips it in with his left foot to Van Dijk. Back post. Ekitike. Goal. 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 Oh, they're going to call an offside. Come on. On who? On who? Nobody's... Oh, Ekitike is offside. God damn it. I don't know. Maybe... Oh. Handball. That's what they're calling. That's what they're calling. All right. Here are the changes for Liverpool. Rio, Robbo, and McAllister. Gakpo comes out. Kirkes comes out. Gravenberg comes out. So I would think Curtis drops in between the center backs. Rio obviously comes in for Gakpo in a like for like. Rio's almost playing 2 up top with them. Or he started off there, but now moves into... Yeah, and Robbo for Kirkes. So, not sure what's going on there. Maybe Kirkes is getting too far advanced and Robbo is going to be a little more defensive. Also the vice captain. Here's Zobozlai to Frimpong on the right. A lot of space out there for him. Works over the top to Frimpong. Nice ball back to him. Cuts it back. Curtis to Alexis McAllister over the bar. God damn it. I'm making another cup of tea. F this. Tea is warming up. I came back to see if I missed any action. Chelsea have scored again. Cole Palmer for Chelsea. Oh, out to Rio. Out to Rio. Out on the left side. Steps over again. Drives to the byline. Crosses it, headed out by Burnley defender. Frimpong on the right side. Tries to play it back. Curtis. Oh, my God. Oh. just beyond the outstretched, a cross shot just beyond the outstretched leg of Hugo Ekitike. God. Oh, man. Fucking Burnley, fucking Liverpool, fucking Premier League, fucking all of this. Fuck myself. And deciding to start a stream on this fucking season. God. I mean, these reactions are better than, I guess, than me cheering and clapping all the time. So, fucking. All right. McAllister at the center circle. Wirtz plays it to Curtis, who takes a lot of time on it. Thought almost lost it, but they're circulating the ball around. Robertson with the cross wins a corner. Wins a corner. It was a good ball by Robertson. Here comes the corner, headed out by Burnley. All the way back to Frimpong. Plays it to Zobazlai on the right side, who's going to cross it in again. Takes a deflection off the defender. Brought down by Rio. Back to Zobazlai. Here's Zobazlai. Takes a long shot, hits it into the back of the defender. Here's a long shot by, I think that was McAllister. Oh, we are now in the 84th minute. My stream is buffering, and Liverpool are dropping points right now. My cup of tea is ready over there. I'm going to go get it. Here we come back. We're back. McAllister. Rio. Here's a cross in. Back post. Brought down by Wirtz. Rio. McAllister. Rio. Goes down, but it's not going to get a penalty there. Especially not after Zobazlai's miss in the first. Zobazlai! Oh. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, God, what is that? Possession-wise, that's, I mean, I have so much of the ball, still can't control shit. Here comes Rio. Chiesa comes in for Jones. I'm watching the ticker as this happens. Michael Carrick wants Man United display versus Man City to be normal. No shit, Michael Carrick. No shit you want 2-0 wins to be normal. Every football club in the world wants winning to be normal. God, I fucking bloody wankers at United. They don't have a good squad. Like, they're actually lucky to be in the position that they're in. I mean, granted, new manager comes in, always gives a short-term boost to the team. Not always, but usually gives a short-term boost to the team. Here's Burnley attacking again. Van Dijk turns around and clears. Heaves it up. Burnley clear the ball back. Kind of playing some kickball. Allison has it. Here comes Frimpong on the right side. Driving to the byline, crosses it up. Headed out, collected by Rio. Left-hand side of the box. Back to Van Dijk. Back to McAllister. To Ekitike. God, I have so many thoughts. And the only thing that's going to make those thoughts not come out at the full-time whistle is another goal by Liverpool and then not conceding. In that order. In that order. Am I displaying yellow cards twice? Oh, no. That's a Sunderland match. I thought I was showing a ton of yellow cards in the Liverpool match. Hannibal's off. Edwards is on. And 16 was off. I didn't see who replaced 16. Oh, come on. Burnley are 19th. Burnley are 19th. And we're dropping points. At home. Right now. Should have been 2-0. Or it should have been 2-1 at least at this point. All right, this is the 90th minute. I think the Burnley manager got a yellow card for time wasting. 7 minutes added time. You gotta be fucking kidding me. They have one shot on goal and they score it. And you guys can't convert a fucking penalty for the win. Here's Rio on the left side. Crosses it into Frimpong, which is going to be a little too far for him. Oh my God. Mm, mm. This is not fun. Oh. The good thing is I don't have to hear the match commentators talking shit on Liverpool. Ashley Barnes for Burnley got the yellow card. Well, I think it's their manager or I think it's their manager. Liverpool with the foul, another yellow card being brandished. For 12. Here comes Zobazlai with the free kick. Floats it to the back post. It's going to go out for a corner. Zobazlai to take the corner. We're in the 93rd minute. Headed out. And then lost. And now here come Burnley on the break with numbers. There's a Liverpool rush to get back. Oh, shot blocked. Here they come again, maybe. Good God. Now Burnley have just kind of holding the ball up in the Liverpool possession, win a corner. Why? I know why, actually. Liverpool ball. Here comes a throw from Robertson. Being asked to move it back. With another throw. Yeah. You can hear here's Wirtz. What the fuck was that? We're in the about to hit the 96th minute of 97. Words to Frimpong. Van Dijk to Rio. Oh, Chiesa. Back to Robertson. Crosses it in. Dangerous looking ball. Burnley win a foul. Why does Chiesa have a black eye? And of course, Burnley are going to take their sweet time with this free kick. Burnley are going to take their time with this free kick as we get into the 97th minute. Rio, Chiesa, Kanate, Wirtz, Zobazlai, out to Robertson on the left-hand side, who's looked like he wanted to cross it at first, then plays a pass to Zobazlai, plays it back to Van Dijk, plays it back up to Rio, crosses it in. McAllister with a wild left-footed shot goes over. Cuts to Orange Slot on the sideline. Orange Slot saying one more go. I don't know if he's yelling at the referee or the players. But either way, and that's it. And that's full time. 1-1. To the 18th place team in the goddamn league. 1-1. Zobazai complaining to the ref about something. Zobazai, make the fucking penalty next time. Make the penalty. That was the difference. That was the fucking difference. That was the difference, is that Zobazai didn't hit the penalty. No reason why that game should have ended 1-1. I mean, just look at the numbers. Just look at what those numbers say in this match. For Liverpool. $11 shots on goal to Burnley's 1. And their 1 goes in. We had a penalty. We had 11 shots on goal. And Slot's going to be moan, oh, blah, 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 blah. They had Shab played behind the ball, blah, blah, blah. Teams are going to do that to you. Teams are going to do that to you. And here's a crazy thing. It's like, based on the way that he's playing and what he's sold out to, he's doubled down on the system. You know? He's doubled down on basically by saying we're not going to sign another right back cover. You know? He's saying we're going to play that 3-2-5 system. And that's all fine and dandy and all. But what's honestly missing from the Liverpool's players is the mentality and the edge. That's what's missing, is the mentality and the edge. And they're the same players, largely. Like, okay, you have a new striker, you have a new attacking midfielder. You got two new fullbacks. The rest of the players are the same. You know, Van Dijk, Kanate, the midfielders, Gravenberg, they're the same players. So at this point, I mean, you gotta think, like, I don't know that you start calling for Slot's head yet. But I do think that the calls or the questions are going to grow louder based on what we just saw. I couldn't hear the Anfield match reaction, but I can only imagine that the fans are pissed. I mean, I'm pissed, and I'm watching it from around the world, but I'm pissed. Think I'm gonna have to sit down and actually put my thoughts together and make a full real video about this, because yeah, I am pissed. Here's the good thing: Newcastle aren't playing today. And even if they do, they can't catch Liverpool. So we'll be 1 point ahead of United. West Ham with the late goal, late winner, Callum Wilson. At least my Tottenham friends can't talk shit to me. That's ooh, time for a change. Big banner. Time for a change. Thomas Frank. Talk about hot seats. I'm going to text my buddy, my Tottenham buddy, who gets sacked first. Brandon. Who gets sacked first now? Slot or Frank? Here's what I'll say. 1-1 to Burnley at home is just unacceptable on so many levels. On so many levels. Just unacceptable. I do want to see the end of this game. I texted my Tottenham supporting buddy. I asked him who gets sacked first, Slot or Frank. And his response back very, very quickly while this match is still going on, he goes, I literally do not care. I don't know if he's responding more to my trolling or to the match or a little bit of both, but and that's going to be it. Nuno Espirito Santo. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop the stream for now so I can decompress from that shitty Liverpool performance. All of the games look like they're full time now, too. Chelsea win, Leeds win, Liverpool draw, Sunderland win, West Ham win. Only draw of the day, for what it's worth. Not worth a lot. All right. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you ever watch this and get this.